Just looking at the colorful leaves on the maple trees. I have a big red oak tree here. It's dead. I want to cut that down. It's on the property line and it's leaning towards the neighbor's property, but I want to drop it onto my land. Let's see, it's leaning quite a bit. So I have to sling a rope up around the one big branch and pull a strap or a chain up there so I can get chains out far enough, hook a come-along winch to it, and try to pull it into this open area here where it will least likely hit any other trees. I don't want to damage the maple trees around it. It's a pretty darn big tree. It hasn't rained for over a month. It's October 9th or 10th. It's Wednesday, whatever it is. Around noontime. We had a lack of rain. The Rum River has gone down several inches from what it was over a month ago. It's flowing rather quickly right here. It's shallow, but there's a lot of slope downwards. It's got rapids there for the rocks. about as far as I can go. Otherwise I'll be in my neighbor's property. It's October 13th, about 1:30 in the afternoon. The leaves are about past peak, but the red oaks have quite a bit of color yet. Some maples across the road still have some orange tint to them. Placed a propane tank last week, so the previous company has come pick up their old tank. Sunday afternoon traffic heading back towards the Twin Cities. Lots of yellows, a little bit of orange out in the woods yet. Here's my new propane tank hooked up to the house now. Picked up a new window, laid it flat my trailer, and the frame flexed so much that it broke the big center pane of glass. So once the window is installed, we'll have to replace the insert. By we, I think me and the carpenter, or else the window manufacturer may come out and replace it. A lot of barren trees out there, especially the ash trees. Looks like some of the poplar trees are also barren now. Birch trees shed a lot of their leaves, I see. It makes the coniferous trees, the spruce and the pine, more evident now. White oak still has a lot of foliage on, as does the silver maple and the willow tree. And this red oak hasn't turned much color yet. Some of the basswoods have lost a lot of leaves, but these still have quite a few on. There's a sugar maple. It's lost at least half of its leaves. It was covered in orange a few days ago. I came today to cut down this large red oak tree. Big, and it's been dead for at least a couple of years, I would guess. I have chain anchored to the come along winch because I want to pull it down right in this area here. and it's leaning basically the opposite direction of what I want it to fall. So if it falls away from me, it'll fall on a neighbor's property and might potentially damage some of his trees. So I brought my biggest extension ladder with today. Climbed up. There's a large branch on the other side of the tree here. Swung that big tow strap over it so I could hook that chain to it. So hopefully put some tension on there, pick the ladder down, de-notch the tree, and hopefully the wind is coming from the direction I want it to come from. It's coming from the northwest, so that should blow it towards the southeast, right where I have the winch in line. As I was filming this yesterday, cutting this tree down, the camera memory storage filled up and shut off. So it shut off before I could even get the tree to fall down. But anyway, it fell the direction I wanted to. Cut the V out, and then I pulled on the come along to tighten it, pull it towards right where it fell. And at the same time I came back, and then I cut from the back side, and I pounded 2 wedges in. You can see the marks, steel wedges I pounded in. I kept pounding them in, and then I stuck the chainsaw back in and cut more. Pounded the wedges further, and all of a sudden it fell. And all the tops of the branches busted. They're bouncing off the ground and flying in the air. Would have been nice to have had it on film, but that's how that goes sometimes. It's been dead a while, so it broke up pretty darn good. Look at that big piece. It's like 6-inch diameter, and she just snapped like that. Kind of skunned up that white ash tree, but it'll be fine. They're pretty hardy. Luckily I didn't damage any of the maple trees there or there. I didn't harm this white oak or that white oak. So all the trees I wanted to protect, I avoided. So I was happy about that. Now I have a lot of cutting to do here. I'm gonna block it up in the firewood. I got my wood splitter here. That's over there, the flat tire. And I got some other trees to cut up and split as well. And then what I don't use for firewood, I'll drag to the brush pile and eventually burn. I may come back and try to cut this stump shorter. The only concern I have is there's old wire fence line here, and it's possible there might be some barbed wire thrown into the tree. So obviously I don't want to hit that. I'll dull the chain immediately. But if I feel lucky, I might try to cut it down lower. It's over 3 foot tall right now. So if I cut a block out of that, it's gonna be a lot of firewood. Then I have this red oak that I fell right onto the property line. So that's about 2 foot diameter, so a lot of firewood in that as well. And the ash tree over there. So maybe I must have at least 4 loads of firewood here. So that's all good.